Hello and welcome once again to War in the Pacific Admirals Edition. We are looking at turn resolution for June 16th. We have a little bit of moonlight tonight, so let's see if we're not doing anything purposeful tonight, but let's see if he is. We got Truant busy. Well, so the goal here was to hit something here at Tavoy because he's unloading a division, but he catches us before we can fire off anything. And let's see what happens. Looks like so far not too great, and he's using these better depth charges, or at least deeper. I haven't looked at the statistics on them. We take 5 hits, nothing critical. But we'll have to take a look at how bad that was. Okay. All right. We got Sally's doing the night bombing at Rangoon. And moderate rain between the low light and moderate rain. Now I'm seeing moonlight 14%. I'm wondering what that's all about. All right. One torpedo probably would have destroyed that light cargo ship, but it's a dud. Yeah, what are you gonna do? We got several more months before that's gonna change. I'm hearing a ship sinking. I have no idea what that is. It's not ours. Not sure what that's all about. At least I think I heard a ship sinking. Okay. Okay, we are in the air phase, and we're looking for subs, ships, the like. The occasional recon as well going on here. Okay. All right, so he's sweeping the skies over Cairns. Lots of zeros. Let's see how we do. That hurts. I just pushed through. Sorry, these take a long time. 1-to-1 ratio. I don't like that. The only upside is he's losing pilots. Well, hopefully, we should fare better here. I'm gonna cut through again because these air battles take a good while. 2-to-2, or 1-to-1 ratio. We'll look at the numbers here after we run this. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. These bombers may take a minute. He's bombing our ground troops. It looks like very poorly due to the thunderstorms. Alright, we're bombing his tanks. Or no, this is a sweep. Our lightnings against his Oscars. I'll give it a minute. These lightnings are pretty fun to watch. Well, fun, I mean, it's not like they're doing maneuvers here, but it's fun to see how effective they are at shooting down the enemy aircraft. Not getting anywhere the last couple of minutes, or, literally hasn't been a minute, but just saying. We're even taking damage here, causing damage. You'd think the gun value on these, when we fire on these Oscars, would be such that they would just be obliterated, but... Alright. That's enough. We actually are down. We go from 7 to 4. I don't think we lost any, just leaving due to different issues, so... Alright, Sally's over Iloilo. Yep. Beating up the base that we cannot repair. Okay, Yan'an is being bombed by a few AMs. Okay, Sally's get in here without escort because he does the sweep. I'm not sure how we'll do here. I mean, He doesn't have any escort, but I'm saying I'm not sure how many we can destroy before he gets through. So let's. Oh, so we do knock out. What was that? 3 from 11 to 8. We do take some damage to the runway, I believe. 1 supply hit, 5 runway hits. We take a couple of Airacobra damages, but he loses at least 3 bombers. Let's see, his bombers were at 15,000. Okay, more Sallies. Well, bombing Padang. Poor Padang. That thing is being bombed mercilessly. Alright. Lilies and Sallies. Yep. More damage to the enemy troops. Okay. Lilies. Man, this is a lot of bombers for this one base. Alright. We're trying to get into his tanks. Let's see how we do. We haven't been very successful, oddly enough. And let me just double check that it's moderate rain, which is bad enough, but I don't think it's that terrible. We should be getting some hits, I would imagine. Maybe we're too high, 10,000 feet. I'm just pushing through these bombing runs because there's not a lot to watch when they bomb ground troops. This is light cloud cover, it looked like. Yeah. We get in to disable some of his ground troops. Okay. And this one surprisingly does nothing. Wonder how exhausted or disorganized this units. I think he has 2 or 3 units up there, maybe 4. I'll have to look again, but anyway. Alright, let's push through the PM phase. Doing some recon, a lot of bouncing around the map here. Alright, land attack phase. Okay, he is attacking us deliberately right here on the road to Batavia. That was exactly what I expected after the bombardment last turn. I saw some numbers change here, but we get well, throttled, let's say. We don't destroy anything. Just a few disablements. Alright. So he bombed, well, no, I was thinking of Yunnan. Okay, so he's actually doing a deliberate attack on this road. We should have ×3 terrain. So we go up from 438 to 1240. Not exactly ×3, because we also are low on experience. And we do have, I guess, a leader buff as well. His 1125 drops to 972. We don't have any fortifications that I can see here either. So we lose a few. We lose 2 destroyed squads, a gun, a lot disabled, but he loses even more. Now, in destroyed, he only loses 2 items, 2 devices, 1 squad, 1 gun. But he loses a lot more disabled. He won't be able to do that again for a while unless he wants to push his troops hard. Okay, bombardment at Wenchao. and bombardment here. Now here on this road to Sion, see how they do. Okay, looks like we're damaging him. This makes me think we need to start bombarding him. Okay, so deliberate attack Enon. He bombed us. Okay, now he bombed us here. So now he's trying to do the attack. I think he thought bombing would loosen it up. Let's see if it does. If it did. Okay, 1 to 2 odds. Fort level is 4. We're in good shape, entrenched here. We do destroy more squads than the other battle, and disable a lot as well. His assault value will be reduced enough that he might take a few days before he does that again. Now he's bombarding here on the road, Xi'an Road, and I mean he's really bombarding, doing a lot of stuff to this turn. Bombarding the crossroads, Pegu. Pegu, we've been taking, in my opinion, high casualties here. Okay, bombarding at Rangoon. In this case, he actually loses 2 guns, 2 disabled. 2 destroyed, 2 disabled in his bombardment. Now, he's doing yet another deliberate attack here at Ambon. I don't blame him. We look like we're depleted, ready to fold, but we continue to hold. In fact, even at fort level 0, we have 1 to 2 odds. But look at this. I mean, whatever the odds, we're just getting wrecked, and he's going to keep being able to push us hard. We're bombarding a reply here, and again, as we discussed at the end of the last video, this is fully surrounded and out of supply. Should be draining supply. All right, we're bombarding a reply at Rangoon. And here on this road as well. Okay, well, west of Pao Tao. Okay. Okay, some expansions. The key Canton Island fortifications, Suva, those are good. I got some airfield expansions that I have mixed feelings about. I mean, I always liked those going up, but some things aren't as critical. A lot of the reason I'm upgrading some areas is for the victory points, but you know, hey, it doesn't hurt to have bases built up at the same time. And I'm going to show the air losses real quick. And so before we jump into watching the June 17 turn resolution, let's take a look here. 10 to 21 and 7 to 7. So really 28 to 17 air losses. We'll take that every day. And I wish I knew his pilot losses, because this is incredible. We're losing half the number of aircraft to his zeros. So air to air too, like even if you add the Airacobras, we have 10 to his 23, and then he loses an ops flight on top of that. Although, you know, to be fair, we lose 4 ops losses. So, but this means in the duel in the air itself, we're shooting down 2 for every 1 we lose. Okay, Sally's, he lost several, probably that bombing raid over Cairns, and Lily's over, well, ops losses, maybe from Java, sorry, Sumatra, Oscars, although also the Wenchao raids, Oscars, oh, where are those coming? Oh yeah, our P-38's shooting those down. Nate's lost to probably stretching themselves thin on some cap missions. Ann's bombing in China probably. B-25s, who knows where. We've got them flying in Burma and in Australia. DC-2s, Ops, and Blenheims, probably Burma. So anyway, mixed bag, you could say, I guess, but certainly the ratio will take. And if we look at this, 2 killed, 8 wounded, hopefully we get all of them back, but 2 killed, that's pretty good, considering the 17 total. I just hope his number is a lot higher. We can take a look at this real fast, and whatever ship we heard sink is not reported here. Anyway, let's get on with this next segment. And here we are, June 17, 1942, to clarify, in case it wasn't clear. All right. And I-15 here off Johnston Island. I'm sending these destroyer minesweepers to do, well, a sweep around Johnston because I'm tired of these subs flying recon over our base here. Can we kick them out? I don't know. Doesn't look that great just yet. Yeah. We do have aircraft flying also, ASW. Sally's bombing Rangoon. Okay, this is night mission. Now we're up to 21% moonlight. He does take 1 damage. Between the 21% moonlight, moderate rain, we don't take any damage, and he actually has an aircraft damage. And some more Sallys fly in, and some more damage here. Okay. I'm not planning to do any night missions for, at least not for a while. I haven't seen enough success to do it. Okay. PT boats here. Where is this? Banyarmasan. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but anyway, we're trying to protect this last base, as it were. Well, I guess it's a stronghold. We've got a lot of units here. We do have a base up here on Borneo, but neither one of us want to fight. We get kicked out. I don't know what he's doing here. If he's going to unload or not, we'll see. See, he's reconning Johnston, watching our ships go around the island. All right, not sure what that was. All right, our LB-30s hit the I-30. Well, they're reporting they did. Wow. Okay. 30 Oscars heating up here in Java. 30 Oscars decided to sweep Batavia. Let's see how we do. We're shooting down a few. We got 19 down. Now, not all destroyed, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure. 3 to 4. Where, again, it's maybe like completely different numbers, but the idea is the same, more or less 3 to 4. And he's doing a bit more damage here with light rain into Ambon. Okay. Now he's sweeping cans with 18 zeros, and we don't have as many fighters, but let's see how we do. As usual, these air battles could take a long time. If it's all the same to you, I'm going to push through these. Okay, we get him down to 5, which means we didn't stay in the whole fight. But here's the 1 to 2 odds. We're sweeping Tong Yi. Yeah, having trouble with that one, but he's not there to defend it. Sally's bombing Ilo. Yeah, some damage there. Okay, see all this? He's coming in. We actually are still in the air fighting. Let's see how we do. Yes. Oh, we're in the bombers already. This may be pretty good for us. So 2 different types of Sallys. The 1C and the 2A. Not really sure. I haven't looked at each of these to see what the difference is, but I imagine, I mean, it's a bomber. We want to shoot it down, whichever one. Let's see. We don't do much. All right, so as a result, we take some damage here. We still have a lot of aircraft in the air. Let's see how many of these bombers we can shoot down after that. So he's got 46 left. I'm going to push through here. Okay. Not a lot. Hopefully we damage enough that they crash when they get back or on the way back. So supposedly 6. I'm hoping more. Some minor damage to the airfield. Moderate rain. He's dropping bombs at 12,000 feet. All right, here we don't have much left from the sweep. In fact, they don't even go. And 10 Sally's bomb. Will we? Okay, he's at 10K, and we have to dive to do this. Got 1. Okay. 1C. He does do a little bit of damage to the base, and even in the heavy rain. All right, here's the Lily raid over Wenzhou. Now we're trying to bomb. There's a small unit here. I think it's going to be tanks. We're not able to sneak in like I wanted to. I was trying to get it really low. I think we're at 2,000 feet. He must be low enough to keep us from doing this, but all 27 bombers get in, surely with damage. Yeah, decent damage, and I mean, what do you know? Okay, so there's a tank regiment and an artillery regiment. We get into all of it, but no visible damage. Possibly disruption or fatigue, but that's it. And maybe knock them out of move mode or something. Okay, the usual bombing at Kumak. I mean, we're both incessantly bombing each other in various areas, but yep. All right. B-17s flying to Cooktown, encounter some Oscars. They can't shoot us down. They can be a thorn and keep us from significantly damaging the base. As you can see, only 1 supply hit, and that's it. A follow-up raid runs into some more Oscars. Similarly clears its own path, and we in fact destroy 0 on the ground. Nice. We do a bit more damage to the airfield, and thunderstorms don't help. But yeah, we do not lose a destroyed plane. All right, more marauders bombing Kumak. This one shows, well, it is severe storm, so no damage. Okay. Okay, I expected his ships to still be at Tavoy, so I came over here to hit them. I was trying to find some ships at Port Blair, but you can see here we're able to get into his ships as they're leaving Tavoy on their way back to base. Um, yeah, this is going to be. I haven't seen an air to sea battle in a while, and usually it's our ships getting destroyed and obliterated. So it's kind of nice to watch the reverse here. So we'll take a minute, I guess, and see how it goes. Got full Mars in the end on the action. Yeah, 250-pound bomb. It's not a small thing. The Swordfish wasn't able to get in anything on the. Here's an albacore hitting. We weren't. Those destroyers are hard to get because they're very quick and maneuverable. But these cargo ships are a different story. I've seen a couple of duds here, but otherwise we're doing a lot of damage to his. The bad thing is he doesn't have any. The downside is he doesn't have any troops on him anymore. The upside is these are less cargo ships he's able to use for any reason, whether troops or supplies or resources, oil, fuel, whatever. All right, the usual looking for ships, subs, recon action, all the things. Alright, now we have Marauders that get in here without having to fight his cap. It's always nice. I mean, it's just as likely we shoot him down as he shoots us down, but the fact that we can hit without having to worry about inaccuracy. Now, in this situation, we looks like we're not getting out so easily. Maybe because he got down quick enough with this second wave. We are damaging his nates, but as usual, I'm going to push through this. So with the 9 Mitchell starting, we have 9 still. So, but my chances are they're, well, still pretty accurate. Getting some damage in here. All right, this is a pleasant surprise. I actually thought the first wave was actually it. I mean, it's carrier aircraft after all. More torpedo hits into these ships. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're just hopefully able to wreck some more of these merchant vessels. Yeah, these destroyers aren't going to get sunk by aircraft. Not easily anyway, that's for sure. Okay. The nice thing about using the British carriers here is he still doesn't know where our American carriers are. We do take some damage to flak, and I didn't check that on the other run, but so two more confirmed sunk. Look at this: heavy damage, heavy fires, heavy damage. These 3 ships may sink still. We'll find out eventually, I'm assuming, when the Japanese report it or something. And I do hear a ship sinking. I don't know if it's from that action or what. Okay, he's okay. So we had tanks moving from this hex northwest because I wanted to block his division. And fortunately, they held off this sizable division with 423 assault value. We had a paltry 39 vehicles, 27 assault value, which actually was adjusted to 9, so thirded. Wow, that's terrible experience if we're dropped that much. He has a leader bonus, and now he is disrupted because probably our bombing. We just keep bombing him. So he gets almost halved. We get thirded, but we hold. So the good thing is he can't push through and get into here too quickly. And I believe the 32nd Division is coming across to reinforce. It should be here the very next day. I was hoping it would be here this day, but it wasn't. We do lose 2 destroyed vehicles. 12 are disabled, which hopefully they can be repaired quickly. Some other miscellaneous items. Ultimately, in my opinion, terrible outcome for casualties, but holding is in my opinion, strategic or at least operational victory. And we got our bombardment at Wenchou. He actually takes a bit of damage. And bombardment up here. Well, I haven't triggered some bombardments here, so I need to get some retaliating in. I guess we're getting it on the counter battery fire, but I need to just open fire. We're taking a little bit of damage on the Xi'an Yan'an road. Here's the crossroads here in the East China, Peigu. We always take damage here, and I don't. It's tiny numbers, but man, I don't like that. Okay, Rangoon. We actually destroy another gun, disable a couple more. So he's bombarding. So I see now. He's been sitting there waiting because I don't think he was expecting to be able to take us out. So he bombarded to kind of test what we have. Now it makes sense why he's obliterating us with bombing raids. Okay, we're bombarding back. And no visible effect here. We're bombarding Rangoon back. We actually take a little damage there. We're bombarding up here in China. But not on this road. I forgot to toggle that. Pao Tao. Okay. Kata, Auckland, and Wellington, all upgraded force. These two are, of course, New Zealand, and that's important because if he's got his eyes there in the near future, hopefully we're ready for him. Kata is more important right now, of course, because that's literally an imminent threat. Considering that's the direction he's heading. All right, couple of destroyers in Balboa. These are fighters shuffling. I opted to pull out of Cairns altogether. The South Pacific HQ, that's nice. Okay, I wanted to jump in here and immediately just start looking at this because we've been having some epic air battles lately. So we have 14 to his 30. So almost 2-to-1 ratio here. I'll always say 40 strategic losses. What are those 40? What has he been bombing? Is that... I'll have to figure this one out, because my understanding is that has to be a national... well, anyway, just noticed that. I'm gonna have to figure out where he's bombing so I can get some cap up. But again, 2-to-1 ratio, and we don't have any. Okay, we do have zeros. Okay, my bad. In fact, the top 4 losses are his. 11 Oscars. These are fighters. These are fighters. It's always good to not, because the bombers we can knock out of the sky if he has low fighters. So the bombers we always want to shoot down. But if we can shoot down fighters, then the bombers are kind of sitting ducks. Anyway, 11 fighters, including 1 ops. 6 including 1 ground, which was the bombing raid over Cooktown. So that's 17. We lost 14 total, okay? Now, we lost 5 fighting over Cairns, and he lost 6 zeros, as well as some sallies, probably not very many. I think most of these sallies were lost over Java. Anyway, the point being, the air battle is not over, either direction for that matter. But it looks like we lost an albacore to ops. That looks like it. So that bombing raid, that bombing of his merchant ships, we lost an albacore from it. We're losing a few things here. A couple aircraft, 3, 4. Well, 4 aircraft defending Batavia, but he lost 11 Oscars and some Sallies, which will take that trade. We did lose a B-17D and a B-17E to, well, whatever action, probably over Cooktown. Anyway, it is what it is. All right, let's see if we lost any. We did lose 4 killed pilots, okay? Now, I did want to go here. I don't think this is all of the ships we sank in our raid here there in the Andaman Sea, but we did sink 2 decent cargo ships and 2. Well, all 4 of them are actually quite decent, but 2 14 points, 2 12. Let's just briefly look at these because they have long endurance, 18.5 and 16.6. These ones can hold 430 troops, roughly 6,000. This one's roughly 7,000 total. So that's decent. It's like roughly 2,000 troop capacity, all 4 of them, and 20,000, 23,000 cargo capacity. So this is pretty significant, and we probably sank a couple more. So we'll take that. I just wanted to jump in and talk about that real quick. We can look at the map over here. I don't know if you can see this. Actually, what happens is this is after I've set up some actions for the turn. So I've kind of gotten ahead here before I recorded. The first amphibious corps is taking a bunch of troops, including 2 out of 3 regiments of the 41st, the whole American, 3 tank battalions, and some miscellaneous other units. We're heading to Kumag. But technically, I should say we're headed to this hex here. As soon as everybody gets in here, we're going to launch in and we'll just start the operation. I'm tired of these guys sitting here bored waiting for an action. We want to give them something to do. And then up here, you can see this battle was fought. We have a poor armored regiment that's holding its own. I've flipped this to reserve because we're just going to sit and quietly play in the background while the 32nd Infantry comes in and holds the position. We've already flipped it to combat because we have 1 mile. We'll get there before he attacks again, and we'll hold that. We'll hold this hex along with the armored regiment. The main thing is this got beat up enough. I think I'm just going to let it maybe mellow for 1 turn in reserve mode, and then we can flip it back to combat stance after that. We have the same makeup of units sitting here, so nothing new here. You probably already noticed this before, or maybe I talked about it. He's pulling out and heading away. I don't have anything to chase him. What I'm debating is getting like armored car battalion like this. I don't think I have anything else sitting here. It's not that strong, but maybe getting something like that out and chasing him around. I don't know. But I guess if I'm going to do it, I need to do it quickly, right? Anyway, moving on. Let's jump over here to the Java. It looks like he's going west directly, which is funny because he's gonna, I guess he'll make some time because this half road, but it's not gonna be real fast. And then he's got and then he's marching up to Batavia as well. And we did arrive here. We see that he has some units at Medan, but we're going to try to slip into here and be a nuisance. That's really all we can do at this stage. And this is what he's doing to us here is being a nuisance. You can see that there's a very low supply. We are flying as poorly as it is some supply in with these aircraft. It's very mediocre. All right. We're holding what we can here and here. And then he's got into Mike Tila. Yeah, I don't know. But also his armor has gotten into this hex. And so that's going to be a problem. He's going to blow us out of both of these. And the road will be clear to just drive right up into Lashio or Maitkina. But we are driving our troops in, and I just noticed this. It looks like they're going straight this way, and that's a problem. So I'll have to send them in here and then up, because this will take forever to get across from here to here. So that's no good. That's one thing I don't like about when you designate, when it's a hex over, but it's bad terrain, it'll still go that way instead of pick the quickest way. And for that matter, I'm going to have to keep my eye on movements in China, because I'm going to have the very same thing happen when my troops get here. Are they going to want to go straight into Ankang or down this road? If not down the road, I'm going to have to divert them, because I'm sure they're going to want to skip right over. And that's going to be annoying. Okay. I know this is brief, and I know I didn't really cover anything specific or interesting, maybe, but I will, I guess. Sorry, I didn't point out this, but remember the Truant sitting here getting shellacked, I guess. Before it could get anything off. Well, check this out. 21 damage. We're heading back to get repaired. So completely useless. And then the carrier group, we're bolting out of here as quick as we can, as fast as our propellers will get us out of here. But his task forces are still sitting here, most likely going to continue on. I do not feel safe chasing them. He's got Singapore here with Betty's, going to do all sorts of stuff. Who knows what in this area. So we just need to get out of here. We've done what we need to do. Now we need to get out of here. So, all right. Yeah, I don't know what else to say here. I will say one more thing. For better or for worse, we're bringing our carriers out, and we're going to position them right about here. One main reason we're doing that is because when we march up here, I might just sit here and sit here and sit here, or I might send him up here in the Coral Sea because he's having his way up here, and I'm tired of it. And I don't know where KB is, but we might be safe coming up here and causing a challenge up here. For now, I promise you, for now, I'm coming here and doing nothing but sitting here. I feel comfortable there. If he resupplies or tries to reinforce this, we will be a problem, a thorn in his side. Not our ships will, our aircraft will bomb his ships, and that way we can keep him suppressed and unable to build back up. But again, we've got coverage here. I mean, KB, I don't know how much he knows where we're at with our aircraft, and I've seen KB slip through also this web. But the hope is we can spot KB when it comes back, whether it's in this area or this area. And so if we see an opportunity, maybe we can sneak up here, hit him, his ships, and sneak back away before KB comes on the scene. I don't know. I like the idea that our ships are our carriers, I should say specifically, are unknown. Where he does not know where we are. Obviously, we don't know where he is. But I'm saying by him not knowing where we are, we might be in the Central Pacific, the South Pacific. We might be heading toward the Indian Ocean. He just doesn't know, and I like it that way because that keeps him from positioning his KB in the best possible place. So I don't know. I've got a lot to consider. I always feel like I'm missing something. I'm lacking some move, a turn or three behind the optimal action, that kind of thing. Even if I have a good idea, I feel like I'm initiating it a little bit slower or later than I should. Anyway, I'm going to cut it here. Appreciate you joining me, and I hopefully we can do have some positive things happen in the very near future, and I look forward to showing you. But I'm enjoying the air war here. It's very challenging, and I have to keep my units fresh. We've got a lot of, I'll show you here. Got a lot of fighters. They're getting chewed up, but we're rotating them in and out. We got some resting while others are fighting, and we'll keep doing that as much as we need to. But we are losing aircraft. We only have 5 in reserve here. Of those, of the P400s, we only have 23 of the P39s. And just getting our Australian Kitty Hawks into the action again. But it's interesting. I'm liking the numbers, but yeah. So appreciate all your attention and the likes, the comments, anything you have. Thanks for your support. Take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.